Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are brand new. My name is Danielle, and I post all kinds of life content here on YouTube. I recently got married on April 30th of this year of 2022, and I recently found out that I am pregnant with our first baby. So there's lots of life stuff happening here, and I previously posted a lot of content kind of centered around my business, which is a reselling business, which if you don't know what that means, I basically have clothes from the thrift store or wholesale or whatever the case, and then I resell them for a profit on apps like Poshmark, Mercari, eBay. So you'll see those videos on my channel, and then recently I've shifted to more just lifestyle content, vlogs, and then I kind of took a hiatus when I found out that I was pregnant because I was very sick and just not up for filming, and I'm finally back. And if you guys didn't actually see the pregnancy announcement video or last week's vlog, you're completely lost and you had no idea that I was pregnant. In that case, you should probably go watch the announcement vlog. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Today is Monday, July 18th. I'm officially 13 weeks pregnant today. So at the end of this week, and the beginning of next week is the very end of the first trimester, and I am feeling pretty decent today. This morning when I woke up, I was not feeling too great, but now that I have kind of made it through most of my day, it's now 1 p.m. I ate lunch just a second ago, been drinking a lot of water, and just been not doing too much. Feeling a little better, but I am at my office at my parents' house, and I am going to get some work done. I have just some consignment I need to do and just stuff I need to get done, but I have something very important that I want to talk about, and that is that we possibly might be moving back to my parents' house. Now, we moved into an apartment not a super long time ago. We moved right before we got married, and it was kind of before the world kind of fell apart, if you will. And we haven't had any money issues at the apartment or any of that situation, but there have been a couple other issues at this apartment complex that we're just not really loving, especially with bringing a new baby into the world, and we would be living there when the new baby is born. So one of the big issues with the apartment, which is not the biggest one, this is actually the one I'm not as concerned about, but is there has been a ton of break-ins in cars. We do live in a gated apartment complex, which is they also are considered luxury apartments, and we live in a very good part of town. This is the last place that car break-ins should be happening, especially with how much we pay and it being gated and just all this other stuff. It's really frustrating that it happens and then they say they're going to do something about it and then it keeps on happening. So we're just not feeling super safe in the place that we're supposed to, it's supposed to be our house. And at one point my husband was going out to check on our cars because people were breaking into cars and then also stealing all the tires off of cars. And it was this was multiple times of it all happening, and we just haven't really felt super good about having our cars parked at our apartment complex at night, which is really sad when it's supposed to be our home. And then the biggest issue with it is we had people move in above us. Now, apartment complex, there's going to be noise, you live in an apartment. But when I tell you these people are the loudest people I've ever seen in my entire life, we can't tell if there's one person or two people living up there, but they moved in we lived there for about a month and a half, 2 months before anyone was up there. And then the second they moved in, it has been constant noise. And we have, we left a note on their door first thing, just because we wanted to be considerate and file a noise complaint immediately. So we just left a note on their door, let them know, hey, just want to let you know you do have some downstairs neighbors, and it would be nice if we could just keep the noise down a little bit and, just try to be considerate of everyone that's living around us. So we left that note on their door first, and then we ended up having to file a noise complaint because weeks went by and there was just noise. And I'm not talking about just the here and there, you hear a bang, whatever. It's you know exactly where these people are in their apartment at all times because they are stomping through their apartment. I don't even know how to explain it. And we have so many video recordings of them being so loud. It's actually ridiculous that we got so many video clips. And to make matters worse, it's not just them being loud and all of that throughout the whole day. it is throughout the entire night. We have had to call the non-emergent police line multiple times after midnight because we literally can't sleep because all we hear is stomping and banging and music and just like, it has been seriously the single most frustrating thing I've ever had to deal with. And in our old apartment complex, which sucked way worse than this one, which we lived there a long time ago, like I think it was probably 2020 or something, maybe 2019, and we had upstairs neighbors, obviously, which is fine, and there was 2 toddlers, so like you could hear them and they were kind of loud, but it like wasn't that bad. We are now living in this one and it's worse than having 2 toddlers live above you, and I just literally can't even understand why people move into an apartment complex but then do not care about anyone living below them, around them, or anything. So all that being said, we're not super comfortable with having a newborn baby and having it be that loud upstairs. Like, I'll be sitting on my couch watching something at a normal volume, not like in silence, like just doing stuff, watching something, whatever, and like the loudest bang happens and it scares me. And so I'm just thinking about when I have a newborn baby who is like supposed to be sleeping and all of this, I just don't think that having people banging upstairs is the best thing for us. And we have the option to go to another apartment complex, but we also have the option of coming back to my parents' house. We were never like told to leave my parents' house. We just want, like, it's just we wanted to be on our own. So we have decided that we are going to go ahead and break that lease early. Obviously, that's not an ideal situation, but we just think it's the best, and we would rather do it now when I'm newly pregnant and we don't have a baby than doing it when we have a newborn baby or when I'm like huge pregnant and like it's a little bit harder. So we've decided that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna move back into with my parents. We thought about moving into another apartment, doing whatever. We think we're just gonna come back here. Not only is it going to be cheaper for us with having a baby, that's like just a plus side of moving back here, but we also have help from my mom as well, who's had 2 kids, and honestly, we still have our own space here. Like, it's not like we are constantly with other people. Like, we can go to our own space every day. We have enough room, all that. But obviously there is a part of us that feels like, okay, we're married, we don't really want to be here, but we do think it's the best option for us right now. And we were fine finance-wise, but I feel like with the inflation and like everything going up as much as it's going up, I don't know how much longer we would have been fine, especially with welcoming a baby. So overall, the best choice for us is to come back here. I mean, we couldn't have predicted that all this stuff was going to happen. So we're trying to not like be hard on ourselves about the situation and having to move, well, not having to move back, but moving back. But we just think it's best for us. Part of me is sad because we loved living by ourselves. It was great. But part of me is also excited to come back and just kind of be one with my office again and just have to walk into the next room and work, especially being so sick. It has been so difficult for me to work and have to come over here when I've been so sick. And I was explaining to my husband, I was like, it's a lot easier to just walk into the next room and feel sick and get work done than it is to make a whole drive where you have none of your stuff, your bed's not there, nothing, and have to work while you're feeling sick. That's another thing. I've been kind of slacking with work just because of how sick I've been, and it's not been easy, and it's been harder because just everything's here and I'm there, and I think that will also be better off that way, which if I hadn't gotten pregnant and haven't been feeling this way, coming over here would have been no problem. Like, it literally would have been no problem, but I couldn't have predicted what was going to happen when I got pregnant. Like, I had no idea how it was going to feel. I honestly none of this was expected. It was a completely different experience than I anticipated, and we honestly should have kind of made those steps, and then from there we should have determined if we should have moved out. But everyone makes mistakes, so that is a little life update. I feel like life updates are never gonna stop. Like, they just keep on coming. I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna get some work done, and then I'll probably talk to you guys later, maybe later this week. I don't know. I'm gonna have so much to do within the next bit of time with moving again and everything that I'm just like, ugh. So stick around. Lots happening. But good things. we're getting to where we need to be in life, and we're happy about the whole situation. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work, and I will talk to you guys either later today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. You know, it really never fails that every time I sit down to film, someone's walking their dogs right outside my balcony, and my blinds are always open. Literally every single time. But it is Tuesday. I'm about to take my vitamins, which I'm so bad at remembering to take these. I'm like, I don't understand. My memory is just terrible. Side note, these are the vitamins I'm taking. I was originally taking the Ollie prenatal vitamins that are like gummies, but when I was so sick, I could not even think about chewing that gummy to swallow it. So I switched to the liquid gels, which are small. And I found that a lot of the prenatal vitamins are so big that like I will throw up if I try to swallow that while I'm so sick. So these are small. These have been my favorite. They don't make me sick. I did take one that like broke out my skin and like, I don't even know. But these are my ones that I like. Anyways, like I said, Tuesday, I don't know, it's almost 12 o'clock. I'm about to head to my parents' house. Also, I'm in the biggest shirt ever, so don't mind my sleeve and stuff being way over here. I'm just comfortable. But, we had an eventful night last night, and I'm ready to tell you guys. So, told you guys yesterday that we are officially moving back to my parents' house because, well, I don't know if I told officially. We signed our 60-day notice yesterday with the apartment, so it's official now, which we had to give a 60-day notice because we have to pay 2 more months of rent. But we're going to be out of here before the 60-day notice is done and return the keys, but I'll still pay the rent, like whatever. I just want to be out of here. I'm over it. And last night, our upstairs neighbor situation got even worse, which is just so irritating. Sorry, got interrupted from my husband. But anyways, last night was horrible. So my husband gets home from work like 7:30-ish, and shortly after, we're just sitting here eating our dinner, watching a show, and we hear like music, okay? And I thought at first that it was coming from like a car outside, because you know sometimes when cars are like bumping really loud bass and like loud music, you can kind of hear it inside and it's like muffled, but it was too loud to be that. And I looked at him and I was like, is that coming from upstairs? And he goes, yeah, I think it is. So we like walk around and we're like, yeah, it's definitely coming from upstairs. We walked outside, you can hear it outside. And it was the loudest they had ever played music. They had played music before. It wasn't that loud, and it wasn't like crazy. Okay, we could hear it, but it wasn't crazy like last night. And so we couldn't really do anything about it because the apartment office is closed. The courtesy officer is not there yet. It's not late enough. And we have a noise ordinance in our city, but it's at 10 p.m. So even though we live in an apartment and the people are being exponentially loud before the noise ordinance, we can't call the police yet. So at that moment, we are so fed up, and I started gathering stuff to take to my parents' house for today. And so I have like a bunch of stuff I'm going to take over there later, but I literally was so irritated because we're trying to watch a show and the music at one point got so loud that we couldn't even hear our own TV. And we're like, this is not gonna work. Like, the fact that it gets like worse than what it's already been is just like, I'm flabbergasted. That's the only word I can come up with. So the music is on for like, I don't know, it's on until like 8:30-ish. And it goes off, and we're like, okay, maybe they realized, okay, it's getting late. Maybe we should turn the loud music off. But no, at like 9, I don't know, it was like just before 9:30, the music comes back on, even louder. And I am just so fed up at this point because being pregnant, I go to bed really early. So at this point, like, it's my bedtime. 9:30 is my bedtime. Go to bed. But I can't go to bed because all I hear is music and bass bumping through our ceiling. So, at this point, we're like, okay, is it like safe to call the non-emergency police line at this point? And, we did at about like, I don't know, I think it was like 9:40 because we're just fed up with this whole situation. It's been happening for so long. And, we finally called them, or my husband called them. I did not call them. He is doing that. And, I fell asleep before they arrived. It was like 10 at that point. and they hadn't gotten there yet. So I fell asleep because I'm exhausted. And I remember waking up at one point asking like if they had come, and I don't remember what he said. So I don't even know what happened. I think the music got turned down but wasn't off, so we could still hear it, but it was not as crazy as before, which was better. But I just like don't want to have to deal with any of this when I have a baby. And this is what we were stressing to the apartment. And they were kind of irritating because they kind of got mad, and like because we wanted to end our lease early because of this issue and the break-in issue, which is one, stupid because we're doing it the right way, and two, since we moved into this unit, the rent has actually gone up $200. Like if you go online and try to rent out the same unit, it's $200 more. So they would make more money if we left and they put someone in this unit. So I don't know why they're so mad about it. So we tried to stress that to the apartment multiple times. They don't care, obviously, because we filed noise complaint. Literally nothing happened. Clearly, as the situation's getting worse. My husband actually went yesterday to talk to the guy that moved us in, which we love. He has been really understanding through our whole situation and just like everything. And he was really understanding and tried to help us. But the other person we had to deal with above him, not understanding, not great, just like not great. So he was trying to work with us really well, and he tried to like come up with solutions, but the solutions were like move to a higher unit, but that doesn't help me when I'm gonna have a newborn baby. Like that's the last place I want to be, is walking upstairs with the car seat or a stroller. How am I gonna get upstairs with a stroller? I think there's elevators, but I like don't like elevators, so why? I don't want to do that. So the reason why I moved to the first floor. And then he offered to like, well, maybe I can look into the loud issue. But in my head, I'm just like, you can't really control what people are going to do. And getting upstairs neighbors is luck of the draw. And for some reason, we get the worst upstairs neighbors in both apartments we've lived in, just the worst. And I just can't imagine having to deal with this while also being sleep deprived with a newborn baby. And I explained it to him just like that. I was like, I appreciate you trying to help us so much, but this situation has only gotten worse. And me thinking about dealing with this when I'm 8-9 months pregnant and then with a newborn baby, sleep deprived and whatever, does not interest me at all. And he was really understanding, and I just, as much as I like feel like we're taking a step back, I also feel like it's going to be better for us in the end. And I did not want to have to come on here and tell you guys that we were moving back in with my parents, but it's just the best decision for us. And it will also be the best decision for us when the baby is born, because we don't know if he gets paid paternity leave or if he gets any leave at all. And so if he has to take time off of work not paid at all, it's better that we live there than here anyways. And these are like little things we didn't even think about when we were trying to get pregnant and like living on our own. Like we didn't even think about all this because you don't think about it until you need to. And so honestly, on top of all the other issues, we've thought of a million other things that we didn't think about before, and it's just best for us to go back. So I don't know why I'm explaining again. I just feel like I have explaining to do about it, even though I really don't. Like we can make whatever decision we want regardless of what anyone else thinks. But I just like feel like I need to explain, you know? But anyways, I'm hungry and there is some food at my parents' house that I want to eat. So I am going to gather some of this really light stuff over here, throw it in my car, go to my parents' house, start my food, unload the car, and then eat, and then do a little bit of work, maybe do a little bit of maneuvering of stuff. There's some stuff we have to move around at their house in order to move back in, so I might work on that. I don't know. I have to be really careful and not like overdo it. I can't lift anything over 30 pounds. That's what my doctor said. I've heard a million different like takes on that, but I'm just going to trust what my doctor has told me and not lift more than 30 pounds. So I feel really bad for my husband who has to move like most of the stuff himself, but I gathered a good amount of really light stuff that I can still carry, and I'll be good. I'm still going to help. I'm like, told him, I'm like, I feel really bad that you are going to have to move all of this. Well, not all of it. We'll probably get like someone to help, but most of it by yourself. And I just have to sit here and watch you because I can't do anything. And I also can't do too much. So I have to only take a little bit at a time. So it's just I don't know. It's just very weird. But I'm gonna head there now. All right, it is a little later on Tuesday. It is, I think, almost 6 o'clock now. And I've been home for a couple hours, just chilling on the couch, resting, because I've done quite a bit today. But I'm about to go ahead and tape up some boxes, just pack a little bit of stuff. We don't really have a lot of stuff in this apartment, so it won't take us long to pack everything anyways. But I'm just gonna do a little bit every day and then it'll be done. I started watching Grey's Anatomy again. I have literally, since I've been so sick and like watching stuff and laying on the couch for so many weeks now, I have run out of things to watch. And so I'm back to a tried and true Grey's Anatomy, which I have never actually finished the whole show, which I feel like there's so many seasons. How am I ever supposed to finish it? But I'm starting on season 1 again for like, I don't know, probably like the third or fourth time. And I'm hoping I can actually make it to the end now. We'll see, but that's my plan. But I have been craving like what I want to eat for dinner. I've been craving a sub from Jersey Mike's, and I really want one, but you're supposed to like heat up lunch meat when you're pregnant, and I want a cold sandwich. I want a cold sandwich. I don't want my lunch meat heated up, and I want it so bad, and I'm really tempted to get it. I've had a million people tell me like that they ate lunch meat in their whole pregnancy, not heated up, and they were fine. But my doctor told me to heat it up, and so I feel like I should heat it up. But I also know so many people eat it not heated up that it would probably be fine. But I'm nervous, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna get that yet. I haven't determined. Anyways, as I've been sitting here talking, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm about to fall asleep. But I think I'm gonna eat some Luigi's, what is it, Italian ice. I have literally been obsessed with this for the past few days. I ate an entire, like I've eaten 1 or 2 of these containers for I couldn't tell you how many days. I was eating this earlier, so I finished off half of it. So I'm literally gonna have the other half. And then my husband is actually gonna like get me some more on the way home because this is my last one. But it's just been so good. And I have the, what flavor is this? Cherry? Yeah, the cherry flavor. That's my favorite. And yeah, so I think I've changed my mind and I'm gonna not pack those boxes. And I'm going to eat my Italian ice. And I may take a bath. Haven't decided. We'll see where I'm at with that later. But I'm gonna close my blinds because I'm kind of over it. And probably just lay here until my husband is home from work. Hopefully with a sub. Okay, it is Wednesday. I think it's July 20th today. I think. Don't remember. But like I said, it is Wednesday. And it's like, I don't know, I think it's almost 2:30 or something. My husband will be home for his lunch break in just a little bit. And I'm going to just kind of hang out on the couch for a little bit. I just ate lunch and it was so good. I ended up having my husband pick us up sandwiches from Jersey Mike's last night, even though I was a little nervous about the meat situation. But I talked to my mom. She ate a million sandwiches when she was pregnant with me. And she never heated up the meat. So she advised that I would probably be fine, but I can make my own decision. And I have learned the hard way that if I don't eat exactly what I'm craving, then bad things happen. I'm sick. It's not good. And I just gotta eat exactly what I want. Because my body literally just wants that. And they're always very specific things. And so I decided to go ahead and eat it without the heated up meat. And hopefully I'll be fine. I mean, I ate 1/2 last night and 1/2 like 30 minutes ago, so I think I'm fine. I don't really even know what, I know it can hold like listeria, which I don't even know what that entails, but I did read that the risks are so low in this day and age that it most likely won't happen, but they still advise to not eat it. I just made an educated decision based off how I was feeling, and that's what I did. I feel like a kind of a bad pregnant person today, but that's okay. Other than that, I've been really busy today getting stuff ready to take from my parents' house for us to move back. It is going really fast, actually. Like I expected, it to like take a little more time, but I've gotten so much stuff done. Like I have boxes right there, books that I need a box for. I ran out of boxes, so That's why I've kind of come to a halt and like can't do anything else. But I also gathered, like, you guys can see all those organizers up there, so I need a box for those. And then over here we have all this stuff that is actually ready for me to take over there. And so I think after my husband goes back to work from his lunch break, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is take a trip over there with just some of this light stuff. And then pretty much the light stuff, we're almost done moving it. There really isn't gonna be much more stuff that I can move myself or really help with. Basically what I have left to pack is we have our dresser, our bed, our closet, which I took everything out of our closet except for our clothes. And then our dresser obviously has our other clothes. And then we have like the couch, the rug, the TVs, the entertainment stand, which is empty, by the way. And then the kitchen is the last thing we have to pack up. The kitchen, I'm kind of waiting to pack up because obviously we are like eating still. I haven't been able to cook since I got pregnant. It's just made me sick to cook and smell food cooking and just like any of that. So I haven't been cooking. So I think I'm good to pack up the cooking stuff in the kitchen, but I also am nervous to pack up all the kitchen, not knowing the exact date we're gonna be moving all the big stuff out. So I'm saving the kitchen till the very, very end, and like anything we're using. There is stuff in the bathroom that I can pack up that we're not using, so I am gonna do that once I get more boxes. But other than that, that is basically it, besides our clothes and the kitchen. I basically packed up everything else, and it's done. We didn't really bring a ton of stuff here to begin with because the apartment was so small and we were moving from a big space to a very small space. Like, we hadn't even brought any of our like decor items here yet. So those were still over there. So it is a fairly simple moving task. It just needs to be done. I mean, we want it to be done fairly quickly. Obviously we have time to not do it that quickly, but that's just what we want to do because we're very irritated with the whole situation. So that is what I've been doing this morning and kind of this afternoon, just like taking it slow, trying not to do too much. It is very, very hot in Texas right now. I think it's like, right now, I think it's 103 and it feels like 112, and then the high is 107. So it's not as simple as just putting stuff in the car and going and getting it all done, because I will have a heat stroke. And I have to be very careful not to overheat and overwork myself. So I've been taking a lot of breaks, and I plan on taking a trip later to my parents to take some of this stuff, and I'm gonna just kind of gauge by the weather, and if it's way too hot, if I go out there it's way too hot and I'm just not feeling it, I'm just gonna stay home, and I can do it maybe tomorrow, because I think the temperature is only, the high's like 99 tomorrow, so that's way better than what it is right now. But yeah, that's a little Wednesday update. So that's my kind of plan for the rest of the day. We'll see kind of what I end up doing, but I'm going to go because my husband will be home for his lunch break in, I don't know, any minute, I guess, at this point. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Okay, you guys, it's Thursday. I think it's July 21st, I think. So far this morning, I haven't done much, basically laid on the couch all morning. But I am packing up the last of these candles right now. I've been packing this little box here. Yesterday, I think I ended off saying that I might take a trip to my parents to drop off some stuff. My husband actually ended up getting off of work early. So he and I, both of us, actually went ahead and just packed up both cars and took everything we had ready, and we just went ahead and took it over there. So all that stuff is over there currently, and we don't really have a ton left over here with like stuff that we don't use. I'm gonna pack up these candles. I have like some books. I also have like some of the kitchen can probably be packed up, and some of the bathroom can also be packed up, just because we're not using everything in the bathroom. But that is the plan for the day, to just pack up stuff. I haven't decided if I'm going to go over there yet. If I don't go, I'm definitely going tomorrow, so I haven't decided if I'm going today. I've had kind of it's a weird morning. I don't really feel super terrible, but I feel kind of sick because I'm really hungry, but my body like doesn't want anything, which is like the hardest like part, because like it's like I'm hungry for nothing at all, but I'm starving at the same time, and I don't even know what to do about that, because I can't just eat whatever, because then I'll be sick. But then if I get too hungry, I'll be sick. So I don't understand actually what I'm supposed to do about that, but I'm kind of just waiting for the baby in my body to tell me what I want, because I want nothing. Because at this point, I honestly, if I like want anything, I order it, because like it's better off. I'm better off just getting what I want versus not getting what I want and feeling sick. And we've been eating out so much recently, which is so bad, but it's just been the easiest thing, honestly. I should be able to get quite a bit of packing done today. We did get a ton of boxes when we went yesterday. I don't know if I have quite enough to do everything, but I can't pack everything yet, especially like the toiletries we're using and our clothes we're still like wearing, but everything else can kind of get packed away. So I'll know if I have enough boxes probably by the end of today, because I think I'm gonna stay here all day and get boxes packed, and then go tomorrow and take a few of the lighter boxes with me, and then do what I need to do there tomorrow. And this weekend we'll go over there and kind of get the whole area prepped, so that we can either start moving big stuff in, or we can do it next weekend. That's kind of the plan. So we're really trying hard not to have to hire any movers, but we might have to hire movers for some of the big stuff, just because it has to go upstairs. So I don't really know how that's going to work out yet. We'll see. It would be such last minute that I don't know if we'd get any, but it's honestly just, we'll see. So I'm going to figure out if I want something to eat now. I'm feeling like I may be wanting something. And then I'll just be chilling out packing. So maybe I'll film a little bit for you guys in a montage, but that's kind of my day. I told you these weeks are going to be very boring, because obviously I'm pregnant and I'm still really exhausted, but I do feel like energy wise it's gaining a little bit as we're like, the second trimester starts next Monday, and kind of now, honestly, because it said the end, oh, I forgot this, it said the end of week 13, beginning of week 14, so I'm 14 weeks on Monday, so it's like we're kind of almost there. But I heard a lot of people don't like fully have their symptoms go away for a couple weeks into the second trimester. So I haven't really expected anything thus far. Like, I just expect to just be sick all the time still. I mean, it's gotten better for sure, but it's definitely not like 100%. I still feel bleh. And obviously I still look so pale, and like I'm not getting enough food, and like I look sick all the time, literally. So yeah, it's been tough. But I'm going to focus packing and hopefully going back to my parents' house and just getting everything ready and together, and unpacking and getting the baby stuff out, and just like everything will, one, lighten my mood, and hopefully I'll feel better by then, so that I can kind of start getting back on a normal routine, because I feel like I haven't been on a normal routine for so long, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get back to, but I may not get back to that, so I just have to kind of let that go and do what I can when I can. And it's been tough for me. So I also need to film the first trimester video, which I'm probably going to film next week, because I want to be in my second trimester. So I'll probably film it next week. I need to figure out what I'm going to put in that. Yeah, I'll figure that out. And then the doctor called yesterday, and they moved our appointment to 11:30. It was at 11:45, but my OB has a surgery that day now, so they moved it to 11:30. So I have to put that in my calendar as well. But I'm very excited for that appointment, because we're not going to know the gender, but my sister will know the gender, and our gender reveal will be on August 20th. So I'm very excited. Okay, it is like, I don't know, 5 p.m. or something. Obviously, we're at my parents' house, and we just dropped off some more boxes. My husband actually got off of work early again, so we decided to just come bring the boxes that I had packed. I think there's one left, because we brought one car, so only one box wouldn't fit. And then I actually have to take more boxes over there, because I ran out. I only have a couple left. 2 in the closet for the rest of our clothes, and I think I'm gonna need 1 or 2 more in there. And then the whole kitchen's left, and I only have I think 2 boxes. And then some of the bathroom is left, like our stuff we're using every day, so I need like a small box for that. And then that's it at the apartment, besides like the big stuff. So we're going to also like go through some of the stuff up here as well, because obviously we have to do that to get the furniture out of our bedroom so we can actually move our bedroom in. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, right now. I'm out of breath because 1, I'm pregnant, and 2, I'm doing stuff, and it's really hot in Texas right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get to work on kind of getting this stuff organized and ready and just where it needs to be. And my husband ran to grab something, so just waiting on him, and he has a few more things he needs to bring up. So yeah, we're just working on the stuff over here so we can get moved in before August 1st. Okay, you guys, I know the air might be a little loud. It's really freaking hot in Texas right now, so I need the air on. So try to just ignore the loud noise. But it is actually the next week from me filming this vlog, and I'm about to start a new one. It's actually Tuesday. I think it's July 26th, but I don't know. I need to get this vlog up today because it was supposed to go up yesterday, but I was so busy and I could not even get it up. There's been so much to happen between the last time I talked to you and this clip. I don't even know where to start. I honestly don't even know where I left off. I do know that the last thing I said was we had been like moving stuff over on Wednesday and Thursday, and we had moved quite a bit of stuff over, but that is kind of the last thing that I remember saying. But on Friday, we had planned to kind of move a bunch more stuff over, but my husband actually ended up having to go. I had to take him to the ER because he actually collapsed at work. He works like outside, and we live in Texas, and it's been over 100 degrees every single day for like weeks. And he's been working outside in the heat all those days. So he actually ended up collapsing. Someone had to call 911. I went and got him, took him to the ER, and he got fluids and medicine, and they checked him out, and he was good. Just he overheated, needed fluids, all of that. So he's better now, but it was definitely a couple days of like resting and just recovering from that. And then on Saturday, we ended up coming over here later in the day and moving a couple more things. And then we ended up going through all the stuff that was in that bedroom over there, which I don't remember if I showed you guys. Like, I honestly, in my brain, I can't remember if I showed you. So we basically went through everything, and there's like very minimal things left in there for us to have to go through. And so then we were able to actually move most of our stuff over because that room was empty, and everything in our bedroom that was going to be our bedroom can now move over. So on Sunday, my parents called us like in the morning, and they were like, we're available to come help move some big stuff if you want to go ahead and do that. We were like, heck yeah. We got up, started doing stuff, and basically it's been nonstop until today, which is Tuesday, and yesterday we even were moving a bunch of stuff. But the only thing left at the apartment as of today is our couch, our coffee table, our entertainment system for our living room, and then my big mirror. But that is the only thing left at the apartment right now. At this point, I've basically gotten everything unpacked as well and kind of put together. I do have the bathroom, which is not done at all. We got like toothbrushes out and stuff, but that was it. And like stuff to shower, but that was all we got out. Everything else is still in boxes, so that is the only place I have to like do a bunch of stuff still. But like our bedroom I basically completed, and I moved like all the baby stuff where it needs to go. I was setting up like the baby books I have so far, and just putting the baby stuff like where it would need to go when the baby's here and when the crib's here and all of that. But it was definitely so fast how everything happened, because we actually planned to move all the big furniture next weekend. But then my parents were kind of like, hey, let's just do it now because we're available, and let's just do some this weekend, some next weekend. And then Monday, which was yesterday, my sister actually went and helped us get majority of everything left except for that big furniture. We didn't have a ton left, but we did have a good amount. So she actually helped us get all of our kitchen boxes, which are now here and away in a closet until we move again. And then just like any other furniture we had there, and like our trash can and just random stuff that was still there. So basically the only thing there is the couch, the coffee table, the entertainment system, and the mirror, and that will be 1 or 2 trips next Saturday early in the morning when it's not as hot. And we had to take a ton of breaks and like move really slow for my husband just because of what had happened. So obviously I was moving slow as well because I'm still struggling along in the first, or I'm just kidding. I'm actually technically in the second trimester as of yesterday. I feel like I have more energy. I've felt like I have more energy for like the past week or so. I do still feel sick. It's definitely not as bad. I will say it's definitely gotten better, but it's still there. So I'm just hoping within the next week or so it like fully goes away. If it doesn't fully go away, it doesn't fully go away. What am I gonna do? I definitely have been able to eat more food. I haven't gained any weight. I still lost, I think, 10 or 15 pounds is what I lost in total. So I haven't gained anything back yet, but I am eating more, so hopefully I start gaining weight now. I think I'm supposed to gain like a pound a week or something. I don't know. But I've been super tired the past few days just because of everything being done. And I just wanted to come on in this vlog so I can start the new vlog because I haven't even started editing this one. So I need to like end it and move on so I can start my next one and just move along. But yeah, it has been ridiculous. I mean, it's been just like the last few days have been so busy. More busy than I've been in so long because I've been just stuck on my couch all the time. And if this was like 2 months ago, I would not have been able to help at all with the moving because I was seriously stuck on my couch and just like dead to the world. So I am glad we waited and like we started having these thoughts later on when I could actually help. But we're like 90% moved in. We're very happy to be here. And it's been great for the few days we've been here. We slept here for the first time on Sunday night. So it's definitely, I don't know. This house to me is like, for us, it's the home that feels like home, especially for me because this is like my childhood home. Like this is where I grew up my whole life. And then my husband, this is where he also feels like home just because when we were dating, he lived here for a while. And this is just like home to us. So it's like you come back, it's like you never left really. So we are really happy with our decision and we're happy to be here. We're happy to welcome our baby here. And I'm in good spirits. I do wish I wasn't sick and I was feeling a lot better, but I'm thankful that the pregnancy is not worse because I know it can be. But it's just been difficult. So here's to hoping I'm on the mend, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I know it was very all over the place and kind of like everything was out of left field, but I hope you guys enjoyed still. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in my next vlog.